Alright, so we're starting our unit on electricity, and where we're beginning our work with electricity is in building circuits. So there are a couple different things that we need to make sure that we have in every circuit if anything's going to happen or if any good is going to come from the circuits that we build. So the first thing there is an energy source. And if you have a phone, a laptop, or really any electronic thing, you know about energy sources and how important it is to keep your energy sources charged, and usually that comes in the form of a battery. So I'll bring that into our simulation over here on the left, and you can just grab any one of these sort of elements from that left side. You can click through all these options and things, but for now I'll just grab that battery as our energy source. The second thing that we need to make sure that we have is some kind of conductor. And the reason for that is that it doesn't matter how effective or powerful our energy source is if electrons or if energy can't flow from our energy source, right? A battery is no good if you're just holding it or if it's not hooked up to anything. So we need conductors, and usually that comes in the form of wires. And you'll see sort of why I need a bunch of wires in a second, but I'm just going to pull a bunch of those over here. Now the third thing that we need is some kind of electrical load. This is really the purpose for us building this circuit. It's sort of like the output for any circuit. And that's probably where, just with the things that we have in this simulation, you have the most variability, the most freedom in sort of what you pick for your circuit to do. So in this case, just because this is on the first page, maybe I'll pick this light bulb. But again, there are a lot more options if you click through that menu on the left side. So we've got an electrical load. That is sort of like our output of energy. About a month back, you all were working with different sort of energy transformation systems. This is just another kind of energy transformation system, but we're really focusing now on transformations of electrical energy into other forms. Like if I have a light bulb, that's going to be some light energy. You'll probably feel some heat energy on that light bulb as well. Now, if we're trying to connect this and make it something useful, because right now still nothing's happening, I don't see any electrons flowing or anything like that, I need to connect these things. So I'm going to start putting some of our wires together. You'll notice that these red sort of circles need to connect, and that's sort of how we control where these wires go. I'll hook it up to the light bulb, this connection here, and then this will be a kind of funny looking circuit, but it'll be okay. And now that that circuit is all connected and our electrons can flow freely throughout this system, I have a circuit that's working. I can see these electrons moving, and our light bulb has lit up. And for your work this week, it's really focused on you building your own circuit, so you have a lot of sort of choice, and you can take a lot of ownership. You can get creative with your builds, but you'll take a picture of your device, and then after you do that, we're going to go over here down in sort of the bottom right area of our simulation and click that, and you'll notice that our circuit looks very different now. And I'm going to unclick this show current box for a second just so it's a little clearer. So there are common representations in electrical schematics that people use. So this is the one that people tend to use for batteries. This is what people will tend to use for a light bulb. You'll notice there are other things for things like resistors, and those show up on that menu on the left as well. But that's what you're going to include in the sort of second part, or that last part of this work, is you'll draw your own schematic diagram instead of this like pictorial representation for your work.